Hey foodies, thanks for watching. I want to show you how to make a brown sugar peach cake. It's really quite simple. And we're going to start by mixing 3 cups of gluten-free all-purpose flour with a teaspoon of kosher salt, a teaspoon of cinnamon, a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon and a half of baking powder, and I'm going to whisk that up just to combine it and get rid of any lumps and clumps. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. Now I want to add to my mixing bowl a cup of softened butter. Wow, this is really soft butter. And my brown sugar, and that's a cup of brown sugar. And I'm going to beat this up until it's light and pale. So I'm going to scrape down the sides, making sure I get all the edges scraped. Oh, it smells so good so far. There we go. And to that, I want to add 3 eggs, one at a time. So we'll do 1 egg, and I'm going to mix it up. That's 1. And that's 2, and we'll add the 3rd one. Okay, and that's 3. Now we add our teaspoon of vanilla. And we're just mixing this in so that it's well combined. Now I want to mix in my buttermilk. It's a cup of buttermilk. Now if you don't have buttermilk, you can always use a tablespoon of white vinegar and fill up the rest for regular milk, and that essentially creates a bit of a buttermilk. It curdles the milk. So I'm going to scrape down the walls again, so I can see that we've got some bits that haven't been mixed in yet. I'll even get all the way down to the bottom just to make sure that everything is well mixed. Okay. So now I want to add my flour mixture. And I'm going to combine this. And that was just mixed just enough. I'm going to scrape down the walls and give it one last mix, because I can see a little bit of flour up at the top. And I just want to make sure that all of that gets captured. There we go. One last mix. And we're done. And you might be thinking, but you've still got a bowl, and it's a bowl of peaches. I know, it's coming. So I'm going to scrape off my paddle. Because peaches are so fragile, we're going to fold these in. And it'll make it, you'll have little pops of peach every so often. It'd be really good. Okay, I'm going to scrape this all down. So this is 3 medium peaches. I've peeled them and pitted them, obviously, and then I've chopped them up coarsely. And then we're going to fold them, so we go around and through the middle, and around and through the middle. Okay, that is it. So let's move that a little bit. So I have a greased 9x13 pan. I will list all the metric measurements on my website, glutenfreeguy.ca, as well as the full recipe. And then we're going to scrape all of this into the pan. Oh, there we go. It's a heavy batter. There we go. And we're going to spread this out as evenly as we can. There we go. Looking good. Love how the peaches are just poking up everywhere. Little bits of sunshine, I find. I'd say that's pretty good. So this is going to go into my preheated oven of 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius for 30 to 35 minutes. We'll see you in a moment. This looks so good. It took 30 minutes in my oven. Your oven might be slightly different, so do check it from time to time. I took a skewer and poked it a couple times just to make sure that it was fully cooked and it came out clean. So that's the best test that you've got. Now it's time for icing. So I'm going to set that aside. And over at my stove, I'm going to just boil some butter. Not boil some butter. Melt some butter, some brown sugar, some whipping cream, and some salt. So those ingredients were half a cup of butter, a quarter cup of whole milk or whipping cream. What was that? Oh, 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I'll give that a stir, and when it's melted, I'll bring it back over to the stove. So it melted, and I brought it to a boil for 60 seconds. Now I'm going to pour in my powdered sugar, and that's a cup of powdered sugar. There we go. And immediately I'm going to just mix this up. That looks very fudgy. I can't wait to see what it tastes like. So now we want to pour this straight away on top of the cake. Oh, it is like fudge. Oh. Just spread it out. So I'm going to give this about a minute to just set up, and then I'm going to cut into it because I'm dying for a slice of this. It's been about a minute, and well, it's been like 45 seconds. I can't wait. So I'm going to cut a nice slice of cake. First one's always hard to get out. So I'm hoping a little bit of, oh, look at that. Doesn't that look good? Big chunk of peach there. Oh, that smells really good. Mmm. Mmm. That's really good. It's funny, when I was putting the cinnamon in, because it was a teaspoon of cinnamon in the recipe, all I could think of was, it's a peach cake. You don't want to put cinnamon in it. And no, the cinnamon actually is not overpowering at all. You still get that peachy flavor. It's really quite nice. And if anything, the cinnamon helps accentuate the peach. If you're looking for the recipe, you can visit glutenfreeguy.ca. You can also follow me on any of these websites. And coming up next is this. See you soon.